Good evening. I hope everyone is well rested and very interested in this. I'm here with Michel. I'm the lead landscape architect, and he's the lead architect for the team of WRT and Next. We took a bicycle to this place and wondered, somebody should put a bridge there to get across. So there's great hope in this, and what we aim to do tonight is to share with you some basic reactions that we've had to this project and the kind of work that qualifies us to be here. I think we understand the site very, very well. This is the biggest opportunity that Washington has as a nation's capital to create a real waterfront urban city. You can't do it on the Potomac. This is the place, and you can't do it upstream of the Anacostia. This is the place. And the bridge, well, it occupies the centerpiece of this. So as a place of civic importance, it cannot have a more strategic place than this. The challenge, of course, is to knit these four goals that I think Scott talked about: health, environmental health, community health, connectivity, and economic development, into one important, simple yet powerful urban place. The issues are very complex, which is why we have a very big team of consultants that we've assembled to help us in this venture. In engineering, with public engagement and public art. I don't know if Rachel Dickerson is here. Rachel, are you here tonight? There she is, over there. We also have David Ostrich, our project manager, and Andy Dawson, the project landscape architect, with us tonight. We have consultants in environmental health, in urban landscapes and productive urban agriculture and economics, so that we can really look at this from all angles. This view taken from National Stadium kind of paints a picture of having to connect one side of the river to the other. Very different urban context and histories on both sides. What's interesting is that if you go to Google Maps and look at places, there's nothing east of the river. And so this bridge is one of the main things that can be done to begin to call attention to a wonderful historical community in Anacostia that has tremendous legacy to offer to the country and has offered to the country. We have to conquer tremendous barriers in 295. We have to address too the fact that the river was much wider historically, had a very different ecological footprint than it does today, and so how you recover that from an ecological point of view becomes very important. And what we from WRT bring to the table in terms of experience is the work that we did in Georgetown for the waterfront park there, which is all about getting people reconnected to the water in important ways. And even though we're dealing about a bridge, we are mindful that at some point you land on a river that has certain water quality and wonderful attributes, and also to create a place that's really entertaining, recreational, invites health for all members of the community. Another project that's relevant is this one in Dallas. The bridge that you see there with the hairpin, so to speak, is a new highway bridge that replaces the little one that's on the lower part of the screen, which became a pedestrian bridge in the same manner that I think Scott talked about infrastructure becoming a part of the new civic renaissance of cities. And that small bridge is called the Continental Bridge. We designed a landscape that's 2,000 feet long, 50 feet wide, very narrow. And it's supposed to be this combination of city and community coming together in one central place. The downtown that you see there is one aspect of this. On the backside, it's a Hispanic historical community. Very interesting problem. So you have places in this bridge that's for everyone, for parties, for having a great time, and places are for tranquility, for play, for the community to sort of take ownership of the space. This place is under construction. It will be dedicated this coming weekend. I'll be there in Dallas to do this. And I will pass it on to Michel, because he's got some very interesting perceptions about scale and what to do with this place.
Well, it's not only, I think you showed already the diversity, also the previous presentations, the diversity and the difficulties for this project. While building a bridge is mainly a technical piece of art you have to do. And considering this bridge, it even goes beyond with the social and economic and health issues and environmental issues that we try to solve. But mainly, creating a bridge is creating a place, creating a space for us, for the users, for people, not only to cross the river, but also to experience their everyday surroundings by looking over the water, which is gives a very nice view and a new perspective. And by doing that, we always try to make a bridge more than just a crossing. So how can you make this bridge, any bridge, a place to actually go to? So not only to cross, but a destination in itself. So one of these bridges we did in near Amsterdam in Holland. It's a connection between an historic city and a new extension, a new commercial center. And we had to solve the delicacy of the historic center, where we had to get the bicycles to the right height. So we had to how do you say? We had to wrap up the bicycle path, and by creating this length and also by opening the bridge, we still wanted to have a continuous connection for pedestrians, which in itself also was a viewing platform to oversee both sides of the city. So if you climb these stairs, you have a great look in the line of an historic route in which they brought the milk to Amsterdam, to actually experience the city in a different way and to understand why this bridge is there. And another bridge we've been working on, and it's recently under construction, is in China, where we also had to solve a diversity of connections over the river, from a higher park down to the river, the connection over a highway. And all these connections we didn't see in the end as a technical problem we had to solve, but we actually celebrated the difficulty by coming up with this annotation of the Chinese knot, which is an old Chinese handicraft, which has the annotation of luck and prosperity. And by making the design with such a local expression, we created this, yeah, how would you say this? This crazy knot that goes over the river and makes all the connections, but also celebrates it. And you can cross it in any way you like, and every crossing will be another because you take another route. And I'm happy to see at the end of this year it will be finished, to go over it. And I'm sure we're gonna try something as crazy as this over here, but maybe a bit different.
I think that's yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for your attention. I think next group should come up.